Russian President Vladimir Putin pushing forward with nuclear tests a week after President Trump suggested that the United States would conduct our own. But Trump says there's another path.
We're the #1 nuclear power, which I hate to admit because it's so horrible. It's such a horrible
Trump is so
situation.
blunt, very blunt and funny actually.
A distant third, but they'll catch us within 4 or 5 years. They want to catch us, and they'll be able to catch us, and we'll maybe work in another place to denuclearize the 3 of us. We'll see if that works.
Yes, each of them need to denuclearize because it is actually for the safety of everybody, because Trump administration as at now already have nuclear weapon that could actually wipe out a whole country 100 200 times over. So there is need for this.
Fox News senior correspondent Benjamin Hall. Round of applause for Benjamin, guys. In person, you're going to be presenting tonight. So, the president of the world testing first time since the 90s, and now he's saying denuclearize.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the back and forth between Russia and the US on this. I mean, President Putin was clearly responding to what President Trump said, but there are some caveats under that. It would take Russia months, if not years, to prepare for a proper nuclear test. And
That's true.
Right, told Fox on Sunday that in fact the US were not going to test the explosives, they were going to test the system around them. So perhaps in one sense, this is a bit of back and forth bluster. But there are underlying issues when it comes to the nuclear facilities around the world. You know, Russia tested its new nuclear missile a month ago. It tested its nuclear-powered torpedo a month ago. The US tested one last week. You see China building up its nuclear facilities, massively increasing its number of weapons. And the START treaty.
The testing of weapon is becoming too much. The testing is becoming too much, and it's enough. It's enough already. So there is need for what Trump is saying,
which limits how many nukes both the US and Russia can have expires next February. Now, there are a lot of things underlying here that suggest that we're seeing more action on the nuclear level. And Russia has been using this against the US for some years since Ukraine started, effectively telling President Biden, if you give weapons to Ukraine, we might use a nuke.
They've been bluffing the whole time.
They have been bluffing. But, you know, one thing is to say it's bluffing, it's two sides are talking back and forth. But there are some really underlying issues here, and I think that we have to be careful to say it's just back and forth.
Careful.
You never know with someone like Putin, when Russia is under threat right now, the new sanctions from President Trump, you don't know what a country like Russia might actually
do. We gave Tomahawks.
Well, then you think that the war might be over sooner, but you don't know what Russia would do on the back foot. So it works.
No one knows. No one knows what Russia will do. It might just seems as if they are at rest now. But let us don't jump into conclusion. You just observe.
And we're on the stage. We're out here at the Tillis Center because the Patriot Awards are tonight, and you're presenting for the first time ever the Honor Award. It's named after your daughter. Your oldest daughter's name is Honor. Tell us about that.
I'm so pleased that Fox has started this award, and look, as a backstory, when I was injured in Ukraine, I was in this car, and the second shell landed, and I blacked out, and I had shrapnel in my face, and I was almost gone. And I saw my daughter Honor. She was 6 years old, and she was in front of me. And into the blackness, there she was, Honor. She said, Daddy, you've got to get out of the car. You've got to get out of the car. And she brought me back, and I fought back.
For those of you that doesn't know how and what happened to him, his crew vehicle was struck by incoming fire in Ukraine, I think 3 years back, and he lost a feet and one leg, including his sight in one eye, and failure to use his hands as at then. His colleague, cameraman, and freelance consultant of network was a kid in that fire incident. So
and I opened my eyes and I felt the flames, and I grabbed for the door of the car, and I took one step out and the third one hit the car itself. And my daughter Honor saved me that day. And you know, God sends you what you need to see when you're in the worst scenarios. And He sent me my daughter Honor, and I have 3 other daughters as well, who are all there with her. I know it. But this award
he's looking much better now.
Much better. It's a remarkable winner who's done an incredible
to say what you've been through.
Not
And
at
so,
all.
how are you doing? No more surgeries, man.
I've never been better. I'm a firm believer that you go through difficult moments and you come out stronger the other side.
Indeed.
And that's thanks to so many people, so many people who watch Fox, you know, when people surround you and they say we're by your side, you can do it.
It look much
I'm on the
better.
other side now, and I think
And
it's
yeah,
my duty to help people who are going through difficult moments of their own. You pass on what
you
were
never
given,
give
and I
up.
was
You
given
never
support
give
by
up
Fox, by
when
the
you are going
viewers,
through
by everyone else.
through
And I pass
challenges.
that on to everyone else who's going through
That's
it.
what just he faced in his
Go
life.
back to Ukraine and do an interview with President Zelensky. That took a lot.
Well, totally, but you know what? They tried to silence journalists that day. They said, you know, we're attacking journalists, we want their voice silenced, and I want to go back to say we're not silenced. You try to
Nah,
attack
you
us,
can
but
never
keep
censor
reporting, keep
anyone.
bringing you the news. That's the most important.
And I know, as all sisters do, Honor says to her other sisters, I saved Daddy's life. You're really cute. Thank you so much for being here. God's pretty powerful, very powerful, amazing.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News page.